The first thing you usually see when you're binge watching an anime is the entrance. It is very important. It's actually one of the most important parts of a series, depending how good it is. Now, don't get me wrong, it's important, but if it's bad, I can just skip it. But if it's good, if it's really good, it can set the series up to be put in some iconic conversations. Look at Naruto Shippuden, for example. If there is one thing I will always give the Naruto Shippuden anime for, they had fire entrances. 16 of them too. 16 entrances, almost every last one of them are fire. You are my fan! But in this video, I want to talk about specific music in a specific anime. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Now, a while ago, I'm pretty sure I got this request, probably a month or two, maybe 3 ago. But I've been so locked in with other video ideas, I waited too long to get to it. I don't know if the person who requested this is ever going to see it, but if you do, thanks. But when we talk about music in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, it has always been one of the staple points of the community. One of the things I see often with a lot of JoJo fans is that we love to rank the entrances for whatever reason. What? You said part 4 opening 2 is better than part 1 opening 1? What are you talking about? You know, never rank again. Like, it really gets crucial for a lot of people. A lot of people, this is not a joke to them. This music is so passionate because it gets them right in the mood, right ready to watch JoJo's. And I think that's the most important part. The most important part about an entrance, at least in my opinion, if I'm actually going to watch it, it needs to get me into the mood to want to watch the series. You know what I mean? Because sure, the music can be good, but if the graphics are some shit and all I'm seeing is still PNG images slide across my screen, I'm going to skip that. But with JoJo's intros, you see these insane 3D images most of the time, and it's animated in a style the rest of the actual anime isn't. Like, for example, I think it was End of the World. The first time I ever saw the entrance to End of the World, I was starstruck because I'm like, oh my god, they just went at it. Or even the first Stone Ocean opening. I was so hyped for that because they brought back that 3D style that you barely see in the anime. And plus, Stone Ocean was a banger. If you don't think Stone Ocean was a banger, we can't be friends. I'm just letting y'all know. But y'all see what I was talking about earlier? A lot of JoJo fans, they'll compare openings, they'll compare endings, they'll compare OSTs. I done seen people compare Jolene, Giorno, Jotaro, Josuke, Jonathan, and Joseph's OST. And I know once Johnny's OST comes out, it's going to be another debate. Now, me personally, unfortunately, it will always be Josuke's. I'm sorry. That piano was going crazy, but that's bias. I'll admit. I'm man enough to sit here and admit that is bias, because I will say this. Giorno's theme kind of deadass sounds just like a more complex version of Josuke's. But I feel like they did that on purpose. Like, I feel like all the OSTs that we get from like the Joestars, they just build off each other, but still fit the current character in a perfect way, which resembles the story. Talking about the music itself, though, it's usually all great. Honestly, there are very few animes. Honestly, as a matter of fact, I can't even say that. It's more so the super iconic animes that I think of, like the older animes that have these consistent bangers for openings and endings that I don't have a problem not skipping. At least to me, JoJo falls into that same category when it comes to OSTs, when it comes to knowing how to put the right music to make the moment emotional. Like, for example, Abachio's death. You get Abachio's death and now you're getting this sad, emotional music while Narancia is sitting there crying over his fallen brother, and Giorno's shedding tears and Bruno's biting his lip. It all just adds on to the emotion of the scene, how you feel about the scene. Because some people, there's no music, that may be more gut-wrenching or less gut-wrenching depending on what type of person you are. But I feel like the producers, the directors, and the composer, they all put in enough work, and I feel like they all had to at least read some part of the source material enough to know when to put these right key moments into the series. Because I'm pretty sure Araki isn't that involved in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Now, don't quote me on that. I would definitely have to check and do all that, but I don't think he's that involved like with the actual anime. I'm not talking about the manga, the anime. But when you have the intros like Trader's Requiem or Bloody Stream or Chase or Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town, all of those, it felt like, okay, yeah, now I'm immersed into that specific part. It didn't feel like, oh yeah, there's an entrance for all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. No, there's an entrance for Diamond is Unbreakable. Chase feels like an entrance for Diamond is Unbreakable. I don't need to hear Chase on a part 5 episode. It don't even make sense. Or Bloody Stream, I know for a fact that is part 2. It feels exactly like part 2. The way it sounds like part 2's atmosphere. When I envision hearing Bloody Stream, I envision seeing part 2 or watching part 2. I feel like the music, they made it so the music more so sticks with you throughout whatever part or scene you hear it in, which that's how you know the song is great. If a song can stick with you after you hear it a good few times, when usually if you're watching an episode of anime, you're skipping that song, you're skipping the entrance, but since this is JoJo's, you're watching the whole entrance because you want to hear that song again, you want to sing along. That's a great song. I feel like the importance of music in just media, like TV shows and anything in general, it goes somewhat unnoticed, but like when I talk about JoJo, you have to notice the importance of the music, because without most of the iconic songs we have, like for example, the ending, Roundabout. Without Roundabout, JoJo, you can't even call JoJo this crazy ass meme show. I won't lie. Roundabout and the To Be Continued meme got popular as soon as JoJo's Bizarre Adventures came out. And you know, I never knew that back then because I never knew what JoJo's Bizarre Adventures was. But once I actually started watching it, I remember, I was like, whoa, wasn't this meme popular back in like 2013, 2014, 2015? JoJo's came out, like the anime came out in 2012. Like that was honestly just a great pick and a great like sense of knowing from the creators and the directors and like the music composer. That was a great, getting the licensing right to Roundabout, great pick. When they got the licensing rights to Walk Like an Egyptian for like those few episodes, fantastic pick. Like those are great music choices to put in your show, just in general. But putting it in your anime and it all matching up, chef's kiss. But yeah, bro, that's really all I got. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 5K. We just hit 2.1K. So anything's possible. And until next time, peace.